How's it going, people? It's Charlie and welcome back to your post-match reaction to Brighton 0, Leeds United 0. I'm not happy, if I'm being totally honest with you. That point feels like, when I say it feels like a win, I mean, you should be happy after a win. If we'd have played better in this game, I'd be happy with a point at the Amex. But the point kind of papers over the cracks a little bit because that was shocking for 80 minutes and then we decided to turn it on in the last 10 minutes when it were too late. But we'll get into some absolutely appalling individual performances in just a second. But before we do, smash the like button, please subscribe, hit the notification bell and follow me on my socials. All of that is in the description as always, guys. So let's get into it properly then. We'll start with the first half. From a Leeds point of view, there's not really a lot to talk about from the first half. I thought even Raf and Rodrigo were average today. I feel like it was just a common theme in the team. The left-hand side especially in the first half. Cooper, Firpo and Harrison were crap in that first half. It's as simple as that. Cooper got slowly better as the game went on. A few dodgy moments where we thought he'd handballed it and stuff like that, which obviously they weren't actual handballs due to the position of his arms and everything, but he always just has a dodgy moment in him. And for me, that's why Pascal and Llorente should be our centre-back partnership. I don't get what Bielsa sees in certain players in this squad. Junior Firpo as well. I don't want to judge him yet because of the lack of game time that he's had. But that first half was appalling from Junior Firpo. Appalling. He got himself booked within the first 3 or 4 minutes. And then he looked absolutely petrified of Tariq Lamptey on that right-hand side, which Tariq Lamptey had a really good game and rightfully did get man of the match from Sky Sports, but, you know, get tighter to him. You know, make him have to work to get that ball in the box or get past you. It was just too easy. Absolutely shocking. And, I mean, I know I said Harrison as well, but I don't think it was Harrison's fault. I just think that all left-hand side just wasn't working at all. I think Firpo put an Instagram story up the other day of him and Harrison in training saying, you know, the left-hand side is back. No, it's not, Junior. I'm really sorry to tell you, but it's not. I'm not saying that it won't get better, because you never know, it might do. I just can't see it at this moment in time. If it were up to me in January, I'd be getting a different left-back in, and obviously along with the centre midfield that we long for as well. For me, Leeds should have had a penalty in the first half as well, where Rafinha was brought down by, I believe it was Trossard. Trossard's on the floor, Rafinha gets past him, he sticks a leg out, connects with him, he goes down, and they might have looked at it, but it didn't show you on telly like VAR actually properly having a look. But for me, that's a pen. If I'm honest. And like I said, the whole team just from front to back was just not at it today. Even Forshaw, you know, he's played well the last few games, but that first half was just shocking. We weren't winning the second ball. The press just wasn't there. Even Dan James wasn't pressing as well as he has done recently. And how Brighton didn't go into that half-time 2-3-0 up, I don't know. If Mopey and a few others had the shooting boots on, that game would have been over in first half. So yeah, then we moved into the second half. Calvin Phillips came off with an injury. We don't know how serious that is yet. Probably explains why he seemed a bit poor as well. Pascal Struijk came on to cover that role. I thought he did all right, if I'm honest with you, overall. Pascal. We brought Shackleton on as well for Firpo, thank God. If that change hadn't have happened at half time, I wouldn't be able to speak. Like, you know, he had a booking, he was playing awful, so he rightfully came off. Dallas moves over to left back, Shackleton at right back, and Strike in the Calvin role. And yeah, for the majority of the second half, it continued just poor all over the pitch. We bring Tyler Roberts on. At the time, I'm thinking, you know, is Bielsa like in a secret relationship with Tyler Roberts? I don't even think I love my own girlfriend as much as Bielsa loves Tyler Roberts. I want someone to actually explain to me what he sees in Roberts and what he thinks he can offer. But on the flip side of that coin, when Roberts came on, he would probably our best player is a bit of a strong term, but he did look quite active and he kept himself busy. You know, he had them 2 chances, didn't he, where, you know, the keeper makes a good save at near post. And I think it got to a point in that second half where I just knew it were going to finish 0-0. Both sides, when they got into the final third, just weren't finishing. And Brighton will be kicking themselves after that. Absolutely kicking themselves, because they should have beat us at least 3-4-0. And I don't think I'm exaggerating there. I thought Tariq Lamptey was amazing on that right-hand side. Absolutely humiliated Junior Firpo. And had the better of Stuart Dallas as well, if I'm being honest with you. And, you know, I did touch upon it earlier with Rodrigo and Rafinha. I was buzzing to have them back because, like I said, I think against Spurs, if we'd have had them playing, we get the 3 points at Spurs. Tonight, Rafinha especially, every ball he played forward, we're just going straight to keeper or out of play or getting to a Leeds man. And Rodrigo was okay in spells, but even then sometimes, and you know, we're just holding on to the ball too long. Dan James went back to his old tricks of not like lifting his head up and having a look around him. I just thought it was just an all-round crap performance from us. Not as bad as Southampton. I'm not going to go that far because that was a disgrace. This wasn't a disgrace. This was just a very frustrating performance. And knowing Leeds United, it wouldn't really surprise me if we went to Ellen Road against Palace on Tuesday and beat them and played well, because that's just the Leeds way. I feel like Leeds at the minute, not in this game, but in general maybe this season, we play well in the first half and then in the second half we drop off slightly. Whether that's a fitness issue, whether it's a mentality issue, I don't know, but something needs to change in that area for me. Like I say, that wasn't the case at the Amex this evening because we were crap from minute 1 until maybe 80, and then the last 10 minutes we decided to show up, but it was too late, too little too late. I expect a much better performance against Crystal Palace on Tuesday. Home crowd behind them, you know, slightly better opposition, which Leeds tend to play better against the better opposition. So Palace did get beat earlier on today by Aston Villa, but Aston Villa are on that new coach bounce with Steven Gerrard there. But yeah, I expect a much better performance against Crystal Palace because they at least owe us that after that. I feel quite sorry for all those fans that went down to Brighton for that. And, you know, for someone that's not watched the game, they'll see that result. If you're a Leeds fan and you've maybe not seen the game for whatever reason, you'll probably have a look at this result and think, that's a good point down at Brighton, which, yeah, I'd agree if we'd have played well and actually like put up a bit of a fight apart from the last 10 minutes. But I think the point kind of papers over the cracks a little bit, if I'm honest. That was not a great performance at all. You know, does Graham Potter have Bielsa's number? It certainly seems that way. You know, he's not lost to Bielsa yet. So, who knows what will happen in the Ellen Road fixture against Brighton, because they just seem like that team that we just can't seem to get anything off. I know we've got some off them today, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, I mean, those are my overall thoughts, really. I think I'll probably be echoing a lot of Leeds United YouTube channels this evening and a lot of people on social media. It wasn't great at all. But like I said, I expect much better performances against Palace and Brentford in the next two. So then, guys, that brings us to the end of this post-match reaction to Brighton 0, Leeds United 0. As I said at the beginning, please smash that like button, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you're always aware of when I upload, and follow me on my socials. They are in the description. And I will see you in the next video, people. Thank you very much for watching, as always.